Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay. Arik, can you take the attendance of 11A3 and Raif for of 11A2, okay? Raif and Arik. And mark those who are coming late as tardy. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, guys. Today we have a very important topic. It's a continuation of the data analysis past paper that we took last week. So we discussed how to do step by step paper 3, the data analysis tasks using Microsoft Excel spreadsheet program. Is that enough for you to enter to the IGCSE exam? The answer is no. Why no? Because that paper that we took last week does not cover all the syllabus components that you have for IGCSE. Okay, you know, some exams they give you not everything, right? They do not cover all the things in one exam. So how can you make sure that you cover all the elements of the syllabus? You need to do as many past papers as you can. From my side, I will give you one extra past paper that that has more ideas that were not covered in the previous past paper of last week. Okay, maybe some ideas are repeated, but we have extra things that are not mentioned in the previous past paper. Will it be enough? Again, it's not enough. So please practice these two past papers the one that we did last week and that the one that we are doing now. After you finish them and you are all okay with all the things, you need to pick up another past paper and start practicing it. And you need to refer to me. I think we put a system for you to make appointments if you want me to explain to you individually how you do specific steps that you cannot manage to do. But please do not reserve an appointment unless you do your job. Do your job, practice these two past papers. Start picking up a third past paper and contact me. I will meet you one by one to explain to you if you have any difficulties. Okay? Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Today, let me just close the things from the previous session of the girls. So we can start. Okay. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So I have already chosen paper number 03 winter. So you can download it from the same website that I shared with you last time. Okay, find it there. You know, winter is October, November. And in October number, we do not have three variants of the two variants like summer. In summer, you have 2-1 and 2-2, 3-1 and 3-2, right? But in winter, you have only 2 and 3. So one paper for paper 2, one paper for paper 3. So now I'm choosing this one, number 3, paper number 3, winter 2021. Okay. Is it the same structure like the summer? The answer is no. If you still remember, the mark for paper 1, for paper 3 in summer was 42 marks for the data analysis and I think 34 for the website. So 42, 34, and 4 for the image editing. So the total is 80. But now in this paper, we have a different distribution of mark. 55 for the data analysis and only 25 for the website. What do you get from this? Data analysis task here is more challenging, right? Because more marks, more marks, 55 compared to 42. So we have extra features, extra things to do. Okay. Uh, with no more delay, let me open for you. I did download the source files to your folder here. Okay. Let me put this in the girls. So maybe this is mine. Boys. This is the folder. This is the source file folder, and I already opened. We can select all. Maybe I need to close it, leave it, and then open it again from here. Question paper 3. Okay, Bismillah. So I will start from here. Actually, here last time we did not use the evidence document. Do you know what is the purpose of evidence document?
Uh, Showing the document.
We did actually last year when we practiced, we did not use this one, but it's one of the documents that you have for paper 2 and paper 3. How do you use the evidence document? It's not used for all steps. It's used for selected steps only. What's the purpose? They will ask you to take screenshots of these steps. For example, let's say that you make a website and you did the CSS. So they will ask you to take a screenshot of your CSS and put it inside this evidence document. Let's say that you did the step of mail merge, and you did filter the mail merge. So they want to know what is the step that, or what is the method that you use for filtering, what window did you open, and so on. So how are you going to do that? You need to take screenshot. You know all how to take screenshots? We will learn together, but the purpose of this evidence document is to show you how to take screenshots and how to put these screenshots inside the evidence document. At the end of the exam, you will need to print this evidence document, okay, and submit it to the invigilator. So what are the things to be printed at the end of each exam? Number one, you need to print the evidence document. Number two, you need to do the printouts. Print out 1, print out 2, print out 3, and so on. How many printouts do you have? For paper 2, normally you have 7 or 8 printouts. For paper 3, I think sometimes between 3 to 7. Between 3 to 7. Okay, so remember, do the printouts, and one of these printouts is the evidence document. Ahmed.
Teacher, how long are usually the sessions for the practical test? Like if you want to do practical two, how long is the session?
How long does it take you, or how long? What I didn't.
Like how much time are we given?
2 hours 30 minutes the exam time.
2 hours 30. Okay.
Yeah, for practical 3, 2 hours 30 minutes. Practical 2, 2 hours 30 minutes, and paper 1, 2 hours only. Okay, the theory one. Okay, so I think if you practice more, you will manage to finish it in the first uh, 19 minutes, maybe. Okay, 1 hour and a half. And then because you will need some time to review, to check your printouts before you print them physically to the printer. Okay. Anyway, let's start with no further delay creating our evidence document. Sometimes they give you the evidence document and you just need to change the name. and put your name there and school number and so on. Sometimes they do not give you the evidence document in the source file, so you need to create it. Like in this exam, they ask you to create a new word processed document. How? Just open Microsoft Word. I, okay, open Microsoft Word. This is a new word processing document. Okay, make sure your name, center number, and candidate number will appear on every page. Okay, we want it to be shown on all pages. How we do that? How to make sure that your name, center number, and candidate number are shown in all pages? Where do we put it?
Header or footer?
Yeah, header or footer. If it is mentioned, just follow the instruction. If it is not mentioned, you have the option. You can put it either on the header or on the footer. Did they mention here where to put it? No. So just do whatever you want. It's up to you, okay? Header or footer, so if it's not mentioned. What's this delay? You know, for this group, because the girl's recording is still uploading to YouTube. See? So it takes up my RAM resource. Maybe some.
It's such a huge problem, teacher.
Yeah. We need to wait. Okay. So open the blank document like this one. I will open the header. How do I open the header, guys? Double click the header.
You double click at the top.
Yeah, double click at the top. And from header, I will select the 3-column header. Why do I use it? I think this is the most suitable one here, because I can put here my name and here in the middle I put the EMAS number MY963, and here I put 0017. If you fail to show this data, by the way, if you close from here, close header footer. If you fail to provide this data, your printouts will not be accepted by the invigilator. They will reject. They will cut your printouts. If no name, if no center number, if no candidate number. Okay. So remember, you need to show this in all pages. And how to make sure that it's on all pages, you need to put it in the header or the footer. Next. So we've done this. Save the document. Save the document. How? This is the name. So I will copy it. Okay, I will copy it, and you all know what you should do. File, save as. I will put it in my folder. You should know where is your folder, because you know where did you put it. So my folder is in desktop, past papers, winter, boys. Yeah, so I'll click paste. What do I change here? MY963, and what do I put here? My number 0017. And remember, if the file is RTF, if it is RTF, what is RTF? This one, you need to change it to docs, the first option, okay? And then click save. That's it. So my evidence document is ready now. I can use it later on. Whenever they ask me to do screenshots, take the screenshot and put it here in this document. Clear? Clear.
Yes.
Okay, let's come to our task, data analysis, which is Microsoft Excel. Okay, Microsoft Excel. Here we have a description of the scenario. You work for a company planning to recycle plastic waste. Washed up on the beaches of many islands. Okay, in the Maldives. You know, Maldives is very beautiful country. Do you have here someone from Maldives? No.
Me.
Who?
Abdul Malik.
Abdul
Not a very
Malik.
beautiful
Yeah,
person.
Abdul Malik. See, this one is about your country, Abdul Malik. So because many tourists come to his countries, the beaches are full of waste. So this company just take this waste and recycle it. There are many islands in Maldives. They will create a spreadsheet I do not know, Abdul Malik, if it is a real data about Maldives. Maybe you can confirm that after I open the files. You will create a spreadsheet to calculate the cost of a return journey from the recycling center to an island. So we have a recycling center, the company recycling center, and there is a cost for the journey of the team and the equipment from the recycling center to the island and returning back to the center again. So we want to calculate this scenario is to calculate the cost. Okay, how much does it cost the company to take this waste and recycle it? Get the idea? So there is a journey. When we say return journey, what do we mean? Ret- if it is journey means from one place to another. If it is return journey, that means go and return back. For example,
Go back
return
to the
journey
starting.
from home to EMAS and from EMAS to home. Okay, got the idea.
Yes.
All currency values must be in dollar displayed to two decimal places, in US dollar and displayed to two decimal places. So do you still remember how did we change the dollar currency? Last time in my computer, I changed it to pound last week, right? So you have either to change it from the settings of the computer or from Excel. For me, I prefer to change it from the settings of the computer. It's easier and more reliable. Okay. So what do I do here? In the search box, I will type currency and then change the way currency is displayed, and then additional settings. Last week it was the dollar, it was pound. This week in the morning I changed it because I was with the girls, so we changed it to dollar signs. It's 3D and two decimal places, and then apply OK, apply OK. That's it. Okay, move on. Open and examine this file. When I say open and examine, means that you need to know exactly what are the columns there in the file. Okay, so let's open it. It's called islands. Where is it? Islands. Yeah, you see here, it's we have four columns: the code, the island name. Are these correct name, Abdul Malik, or just random names?
Uh, these are actual names, actually. Yeah.
Actual
No, teacher,
name.
scroll down. You should in M. You should see mail. No,
What?
they have
What?
an island called Mail. Male. They have an island called Mail. Mail. Wait,
Oh.
mail is not here.
Okay. Anyway, atoll and distance. Okay, atoll. I think this is
It's like states.
state, right? Okay.
But yeah, since the islands, you can't really call them
Oh,
states.
yeah. I see. I see. Then the distance between what? Between this island and the recycling center. Okay, this is the distance. Uh, so for what we are going to use this file for VLOOKUP, right? Remember that. The other file is costs. Open it. So remember, do not change the islands file. The work will be on this second file, which is costs. Okay, our the main file costs. So let's open costs. Okay, wait for a while. Yeah, this one. This one is our main file, and maybe we can double click to see the full text. Okay, make it bigger like this. So we have many things here. We have the fuel cost. The 1 liter is $1 point something. Fuel consumption per hour, we need 102.8 liters. Okay, every hour we need this number of liters. Operating speed, okay, and 1 knot. This is to calculate the distance. We will use them for calculation of distance later on. crew rate A, crew rate B. How much money do we need to give to the crew? Why do we have crew rate A, crew rate B? Maybe the leaders of the team will be given more money, right? Let's say the leader and his assistant, okay, will be given how much money? $8 per hour, and the other people in the team will be given only $4 per hour. Do you think that it's fair? Okay. Sometimes it's fair because the experience of these two persons is higher, and their service must cost a little bit more. Anyway, the problem is not here. The problem is how to program this to in Excel, how to make sure the first two persons got $8 per hour, and the remaining people, how many people remaining, we do not know. If we have 10 persons, so the first two will get eight, the remaining two, the remaining how many persons? Eight, right? How do you know? 10, the total minus 2. The total minus 2 is 8. If they are 17, so two of them will get $8, and how many of them will get $4 per hour?
50.
How do you know 17 minus 2? How do I know that this scenario? Because I have read the exam, so I know that it will be like this. Okay. Anyway, I'm just giving you some hint about it. Also, the port taxes, they need to pay $100 for the port taxes. Okay, here in this one, this is for testing. Testing is putting some values to get the calculation. M1 is the what? The code of the island. Can I know the name of the island if I know the code? How?
Yes.
VLOOKUP. Can I know the distance from the recycling center? Yes, also VLOOKUP, right? Because they are all mentioned here. If I have M1, where is M1? M1, this is the name of the island, this is the atoll, and this is what? The distance. Yeah, so if you know the code, it's enough for you to know the name of the island and the distance, or even the atoll. But they did not ask for the atoll. Return distance. How do I know the return distance? Easy, guys. This is the distance. What is the return distance?
Same. Same.
No,
These are vectors, A to B is B to L.
no. Return distance times 2. It's the same distance, but times 2. What happened to you?
Yeah, it's times 2.
Don't forget that. We said, I explained to you late. I said from your home to EMAS and from EMAS to home. So
Yeah.
if the distance is 100 kilometer, the return distance will be 200, right? Times 2. Okay, what about return journey time? Uh, how many hours do we need to take for the return journey time? There is a formula in the exam. They will show us how to calculate it. Fuel used for the journey, also there is a formula. Fuel cost of the journey, there is a formula. Number of crew required in for each journey, there is a formula. Cost of crew, there is a formula. Total cost of journey, there is a formula. So we have how many formulas here? Two for the lookup, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine formulas. Okay. We will try to do the formulas today. Tomorrow, inshallah, we continue because the exam is a little bit longer than the previous, the last week's exam, and I want to explain some more ideas today. Okay, we have first to do this step. Yes, the footer. Put in the footer, right aligned. Put costs prepared by, then space, then your name, then center number, then candidate number, then another space, then the word on, then the words, then another space, then today's automated date. See how many things, how many elements in the footer. So follow the instructions step by step, read it carefully and apply it. So do you still remember how to do it in the footer? From what should I open? How do I open the footer? Page layout,
double click page layout and then go to
page setup settings here, small arrow here,
layout.
then header footer. You did not practice last week maybe. Which one? Header or footer? Footer. Left, center, or right? Right. What should we type? We should type costs prepared by, then your name, space your name, then center number MY963, comma, your candidate number 0017, space on, space the date. What is the date? Is there an icon here for the date? This one, right?
Yes. Yes.
Insert date. That's it. Okay. So today is 5th of February, and then okay. Okay. Yes, that's it. How to assure that yes, it has been added successfully? It's not shown here. There is no header footer. How to show the header and footer? Who remember?
Yeah.
View page layout. View page layout. This is the header. If you scroll down, you see the footer. And if you click on the date, you see this is the formula. Cost prepared by, and this is date. So sometimes they ask you to take evidence document of this. So don't take it when it's 5th of February. Just click on the date and take this screenshot when it shows date like this. Okay. Open the normal view again because I don't want to see the header. Okay. Just I want it to be in the normal view. How to save the file? Very important. I showed you last time how to save the file. So save it as spreadsheet, meaning change from CSV to Excel. Okay, remember this step. And the name is this one. So I will copy paste. In the exam, you will not be able to copy paste. Remember, you need to type it. Open Excel from file, click save as. What is your folder? It's here inside winter, and then boys, and then I copy paste. I change this to MY963 and I change the number to 0017. And don't forget this step. Change the CSV file to what? To Excel, the first option, and then click save. That's it. Okay, let's start our steps here. Step number 2, insert 2 new rows above row number 1. Okay, I want to insert 2 new rows above row number 1. How? Click on row number 1, right, then insert. This is 1 row. Click again, right, then insert. This is row number 2. So how many rows do I have here? 2 rows. Yeah, merge A1 to C1. Select A1 to C1. Merge from where? From home. Merge. Put this text. I'm copying and pasting, right? But don't do that in the exam. You need to type it manually. So double click and paste, and then
Is it advised not to copy and paste, or
you do not have a soft copy on the exam. They give you hard copy. Okay, you need to type it.
I see.
It's not optional. You have to do that. You have to type, and then format white 26, dark blue background. Easy, right? Just 26 from here, and white from here, and background is dark blue like this. Okay, this? Okay, so we did this and this. Okay, format the spreadsheet to look like this. I want the text to look like this. Cost of plastic removal for one island. Is it the same here? What's the difference? The text is not shown fully, right? Why?
Yeah.
Because it's longer than the width of the cell, right? So if it's like this, what should we do?
Double click on this.
If you double click, this one will be longer, but they don't want it to be longer. They want it to be 2 lines. So what you should do,
then just drag it down.
drag it down. If you drag it down, it will be bigger, but still 1 line.
You can try merging it with the layer.
This is the thing that you need to do. We have here an icon called wrap text. What is wrap text? If you have like this, Microsoft something, it's not shown, it will be two lines. Okay. So use wrap text. Is it same or different? Maybe you need to make it smaller. Now, is it the same?
Yeah. Yes.
Now it's better,
Yeah.
right? Alhamdulillah. Fine.
Yours is better.
Like this. Okay, maybe I need to increase which one? Decrease this and increase this. Okay, now it's okay. So I see the full text. A little bit. I want. Can I make this one smaller and this one double click? Yes, like this. Now I can see the text fully, right?
Yes.
Do you have a question?
No.
No. Okay, what else do we need to change? Maybe this column should be right aligned, right? This column.
Yes.
So let us change this column to right aligned. The others I think are the same, no change, right? Let's check. Yes, same. Nothing. Okay. In cell B12, enter a function to look up the name of the island using the code. What formula do we use here? VLOOKUP. Who can tell me how to know the name of the island based on VLOOKUP?
On the code
Yeah. What should I type?
equals VLOOKUP.
Equals VLOOKUP.
B11.
B11, which is the code, comma, the table, where is it?
The island name.
And the islands, yes, this one, this is the table. Comma, which column? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Second, two.
2, because we want the island name, right? Comma, false, close the bracket, hit enter. Island name, I do not know how to pronounce it. Boahora. We have here one expert with us. Yeah. Boahora. So M1 is Boahora. Can we check that? Let's refer back to M1. Is it Boahora? Yes. Alhamdulillah. Correct. So the next step, so we've done this. In cell B13, enter a function to look up the distance of the island from the recycling. What do we need to do now? The distance. In here, the island name, right? But in here, it's the same, but the distance. Huh? Who can help? VLOOKUP. I want one volunteer to talk. One volunteer only. Who?
Me.
Yalla. Equal VLOOKUP.
B11.
B11.
Yeah, and then go to the table.
Comma.
Yeah, comma, and then go to the table.
Go to the table of islands.
Select it all.
Select it all.
Yes. And then distance will be the fourth column.
Comma.
Yes.
Then
And then the distance will be the fourth column.
the fourth column. So I put number 4. Then.
Yes. And then comma.
Mm,
And then false because you have the exact
false. And then
match. And then close the bracket.
close the bracket. Hit enter.
Enter.
75. Is it 75? Can we check? M M1. M1 is 75.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah, our two formulas are okay now. Return distance, I think the next step will be return distance, right? Yes, the distance formula to calculate the distance to and back means return distance, right? Who can tell me what should I type here? Another one,
Just two
another
times.
one, another one.
Yeah.
We need another student. Volunteer. Yes, Aish. Equal
Equal V13
B13.
star
Yeah,
2.
times 2. Yes, correct. Thank you. So it's 150. Okay, next we have another formula. In cell B15, enter formula to calculate the number of hours the return journey will take. You see here that I have 150 miles, but I want to know the time. How much time does it take us to go and come back? Okay, how do you know this? There is a formula here. Okay, to calculate the number of hours the return journey will take. This is calculated as return distance over operating speed times the contents of cell B6. Who can translate this? Return distance, operating speed
Return distance as in the
B6.
total distance. The operating speed is like the speed it goes at.
It's there. All the elements are there in the sheet. Return distance,
Yeah, so it's in the
operating
formula.
speed times this one. So who can tell me? Return. What is it? Return distance is
150
B14
or B14. Yeah.
Distance over time.
over
Yes. Divided by
So
operating hours.
B6.
This operating speed
15.
B5
B
5 times B6, right?
Yes.
B6.
yes.
Is it correct like this? B14 over B5 times B6?
Yes.
No.
What should we put?
Okay. Brackets.
Yes. Thank you, Zaid. You should put brackets in the denominator, right?
Why?
Yeah, put this
Oh,
because
this is
it
why
will
you
be.
put that well.
15 times
If you do
1.5.
not put brackets, it will divide B14 divide B5 and then the total multiplies B6 and it will give you different results. Okay, so I wanted to do the multiplication first and then the division. If you do not put brackets, because the division and multiplication have the same priority, okay, I want, how do I enforce Excel to give multiplication higher priority? I need to put brackets. If you do not put brackets, they will be considered the same priority, so it will start divide or multiplication normal. But I want the multiplication to take place first and then the division. This is why I put brackets. Hit enter. So 8 hours points. I don't want these digits. So this is why they ask me here to round this time up to the nearest whole number. Round up. Do you know round up?
Yes. I don't know the function. But I know that.
Actually, in math, you know round, but I don't think that you know round up and round down. Do you know round up and round down? In some books,
Yeah.
they call it sail and floor. You know this?
No, that we don't know. But round up and round down, we know.
You know, yeah, it's the same like sail and floor in some other books. What's the difference between the normal round and round up and round down?
Normal round, like let's say you have 8.4, you round it to the closest whole number, it will be 8. But round up, خلاص, it's 8.4, it's 9. It doesn't matter. You just
No.
round it to the next higher number.
Yeah,
Round
good.
down.
Correct. So you all guys know this idea of round up, round down, and round. So if it is the normal round, Excel will look to the fraction. If it is 5 and above, it will round up to the next number. If it is less than 5, it will round to the previous number, right? But round up, no matter what is the fraction, it will take you to the next whole number. Okay? And round down, no matter what is the fraction, it will cut it off. It will drop it. It will drop the fraction and give you only the the number. Huh? Got the idea? Shall we start now with no further delay? Okay, which one should I use? Round up, round down, or round?
Round up.
You look to the question. In the exam, if it is mentioned the word up, use round up. If it mentions the word down, use round down. If it does not mention either of them, use the normal round. Not round up, not round down. Okay? Well, in the question here, it mentions round up to the nearest whole number. Whole number means what? Whole means no digits. Okay? Because when you round, you should put like this. Let's say I have A1, and I have in A1 the number 5.5. I want to round it. If I put equal round A1 and 0, let's say I have here 55232. Okay, if I have round A1 0, what does it mean? What will be the result? Huh?
The nearest
6.
phone number. So
It will be 6. 0 means no digits. So because this one is 5, so we will go to the next one. If I put round A1, comma 3, what does it mean? 3 digits after the point, right? So it will be what?
5.552.
Yeah, because this one is 3, this one will be what?
2. It will stay 2.
This one will be 2. So it will be 5.552, right? But if this one is 6, this one will be what?
Then it will be 553.
553. Okay, this is just normal simple math that you all know. What should I add to this formula here when I round? You just put equal round up. Then you put all of this formula here, all of it. Then comma, because it said whole, you put here what? 0.
0.
So what is the function here? Return distance is b what? B14, B5, B6. So B14 over brackets B5 times B6. Got the idea? So it's the same formula, but you put round up and then comma 0. So I will come here. What is the formula? It's up there in the formula bar. So click after the equal and put round up, then bracket, then the formula, then comma, then 0, then close the bracket. You see what I have add? Round up, bracket, then comma, 0, bracket. That's it. Then hit enter. So the number of hours is 9. Can you thumb up if you know the idea? Don't be shy.
You said practice will make perfect.
Yeah, if you practice it, inshallah, you will get the idea more. So this is how you can add round for any formula. You need to put round, bracket, put the formula, comma, how many digits, then close the bracket. Okay, so next, in B16, enter formula to calculate the fuel used for the journey. How much fuel do we need for the journey? It's actually the time of the journey times the fuel consumption, because here, look here, for each hour I need 102.8 liters. So for the whole journey, how much how much fuel do I how many liters of fuel do I need to consume? Equal return journey time times fuel consumption. Return journey time, what is it? 9 hours. How many liters per hour? 100.2. 102.8. Hit enter. So total we need 925.2 liters. So if our journey is 9 hours, we need 925.2. Okay, so simple. Just translate this. In cell B17, enter a formula to calculate the fuel cost of the journey. Okay, now I don't want to know how many liters. I want to know how much money do I need to pay for the fuel. Who can tell me what should I type? You see here, each liter of fuel is $1.121.
Oh,
So what's
we do
yeah
95.2 or B16
B16? Don't say numbers at all.
Time.
B16 times
times the go up. The option is B4.
B
No, sorry, B3.
B3, the fuel cost. Okay,
Yes.
so B16, which is how many liters, times B3, which is the cost of 1 liter. Okay, so enter. It will give you this number. Okay, we want to know how many persons required to do this mission. Actually, there is a formula to determine how many people do we need. In cell B18, enter a formula so that the return if the return it based on the return journey time, meaning that it actually depends on the distance as well. That means if the time is more, the distance is more, so we need more people. Okay, if the time is less, the distance is less, so we need less people. So we will look to the return journey time, and based on return journey time, we will determine how many people. If the return journey time is 10 or less, less than 10, we need four crew. If it is greater than or equal to 10 but less than 15, so the first case, less than 10. The second case is less than or equal to 15. No need to look to this one part. Just look to the second part because this one is included here. So first case, less than 10, 4 members. The second case, less than or equal to 15. How many people? 6.
6.
And the last case, if it is more than 15, we need how many people? 9. What formula should we use? What function? F. Do you know how many F's do we need? How many cases we have? 1, 2, 3 cases.
3.
So how many F's do we need?
2.
2 F's.
So,
Who will be volunteering to this one? I think the only one who practiced Zaid or what? So am I wasting my time with you guys? If you practice it the last week, you will be able to do it. I know, I'm very much sure that you know exactly what I'm talking about. But because you do not practice, it will be useless for you to enter the exam. Okay? It is, for example, if I ask one of you, do you know what's your father doing when he's driving the car? I think all of you know, right? You know that the driving wheel is to turn right or left and control the direction of the car. And you know that the accelerator pedal to control the speed. And you know that the brake pedal is to control the stopping or moving the car. You know the gears are used for what? But can you drive the car? The answer is no, because you know the theory, but you do not know the practical. And now what you are doing the same. Guys, I cannot even explain to you without practicing. Wallahi, every time I come to the students without practicing, I make mistakes. So what do I do before I come to you? I devote 1 or 2 hours of my time practicing the past paper just like normal student. After that, I come to you and explain. See? So please do your job. Zaid, thank you in advance. Please, Zaid, proceed. Tell me what should I type here. Equal
Equal F.
F. What is the logical test?
Can you go back to the question? I forgot it.
Yes.
So that the return journey time is B. The return journey time is B15.
B15, less than 10, right?
Yeah.
Less than 10. This is the condition. Then,
Yes.
comma, value if true.
4.
Yes,
Right,
4.
Yeah.
4.
Comma, another F.
Comma, another F. What is the logical test?
I think that between 10 and 15, less than or greater than or equal to 10 hours.
No need
then
no need for this one because it's already included here.
Yeah.
Just this.
So you just write less than or equal to 15. B14 less than or equal to 15.
B15 less than or equal to
Less than 15.
15, comma.
And then the value they said 5, right? Oh, 6.
6, comma.
Then comma 9. Because if not, then it's gonna be the last case.
We do not need another F. Do we need another F, Zaid?
No, we don't.
We should put only, just put 9. No need for F here, right? For the last one, just put 9. Then how many times should I close the bracket?
We have 2 open brackets, so close it twice.
Close it twice. Thank you, Zaid. Fantastic. How many crew members do we need?
4.
4. We want now to know how much money do we need to pay to these 4 persons. There is another challenging formula for that. You still remember the formula? I explained it to you before. I said if we have a crew, we need to treat 2 of them as the leaders and the remaining as just normal members. So the leaders will be given $8 per hour, and the normal members will be given what? $4 per hour. How do I know this? From this step here. Okay, look to this step here. In cell B19, enter formula to calculate the cost of the crew for the return journey. How many hours for return journey did we have? We have 9 hours, right? So 9 hours times each journey will have 2 crew members paid at rate A. Rate A is $8 per hour, and the other crew members will be paid at rate B, which is $4 per hour, right? So remember, now I have 9 hours and I have 4 persons. Can I know the money?
Yeah.
So what should I type? 9 hours times what?
9 times 2.
2 times
Wait. It's
times
4
8.
per hour, right?
2 of them rate A. 2 of them rate A. So 2 of the 4 rate A plus the remaining, the others. How do I know the others? The total, which is 4 minus these 2, right? Minus these 2. This is the others. The word other can be translated like this. Again, I'm translating, guys. Return journey, this is 9, right? 9 hours times we'll have 2 crew, this is 2, paid at rate A, this is times 8, and means plus. Others, how do I know the others? The total, which is 4, minus these 2 here. These others will be paid what? Rate B, which is 4. So the total will be what? Can you tell me now? Here 16, and here 2 times 4 is 8. 16 plus 8 is 24. 24 times 9, I think 216. 216, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I want this formula, instead of numbers, I want it to be cell names. Who can help me out? Remember, return journey to rate A plus numbers of crew minus 2 times rate B. Who wants to help? Okay, maybe maybe you can all leave and I will stay with Zaid only, or what? Okay, guys. Zaid, please tell me, what should I type? Equal?
Equal. Yeah. And then and then the number of hours is B15.
B15.
Yes, and then bracket.
times bracket.
Yes. We go to the crew rate A.
Let me show you again. 2 times 8.
2 times, yeah. So 2 times crew rate A.
2 times,
Yeah,
rate A, which is
rate A is B7.
B7, alhamdulillah. Plus
Plus the
4
crew
minus
number
2 times 4. What is
So
4?
that's 2 times.
crew number is B18.
B18
Minus 2.
minus 2, close the bracket,
And then we go
times
and then we go to crew rate B. So
Crew
that
A.
is B8.
B8,
B8.
then close the bracket. This is the
Yes.
translation. You get the idea? I don't think
Yeah.
that it's difficult, but maybe you need to interpret the question first. What should I do? This is only because we have two ranks of people in the team. We have two of them leaders, and the others are not leaders. Okay, and the number is not always the same. In this case, it's 4. So we have 2 leaders and 2 normal. If it is something else, it will be 2 leaders and the remaining are something else. Okay, so how to know the remaining? The total number of crew minus 2. Okay, this is how to know the remaining. Again, the first 2 will get B7, which is rate A. The remaining, which is the total number of crew minus 2, will get rate number B, which is B8. Add them together times how many number of hours? This one. Okay. Let's get to the last one for today. Maybe you can add these 2 steps only today. In cell B20, enter a formula to calculate the total cost. How to know the total cost for each
And all the
journey?
expenses.
The fuel cost, the crew cost, and the port taxes. Easy, right? Fuel.
Yes.
How much fuel do we need? How much money do we pay for the crew? And how much money do we pay for the taxes? Who can tell me what is the formula, guys? Do we have another one or same guy?
Can we see the
Arshak. Okay. Arshak. He's shy. He does not want to raise hand. Okay. Equal. Again,
cost of
remember. Fuel, crew, port taxes. So equal what?
so cost crew
Start with fuel.
sum.
Fuel.
Okay, we do. I don't know where is fuel teacher.
Read. It's here. What is the fuel?
B17
B17 plus crew
plus cost of crew, that's B19,
B19 plus
and cost of taxes.
Port taxes.
Port taxes 100, right? So
Yeah.
it's B9.
B9. So easy. Just B17 plus B19 plus B9. The total is 1,353 for Buahora. Okay. If we change to another island, all of these number will be changed. Okay. All of them. The distance will be changed. The return distance, the return journey time, the fuel, and the fuel cost, the number of crew, the cost of the crew, and the total cost. Okay. By the way, this is called testing. If you want to test for M1, just put M1. If you want to test for another code, just change the code, and all of these things will be changed. But do not touch any of these here. Do not touch them because all of these are formulas. Just touch this cell only. If you want to change the code of the island. Okay. Apply appropriate formatting to the cells. What kind of formatting do we miss here?
The value. They said 2 decimal places.
Yeah,
Dollars.
the currency, right? The currency to 2 decimal places. Okay. So what you just need to find here, any value that is currency selected. What is the first currency value?
Crew rate A and B and port tax.
Cost.
Oh yeah.
Fuel cost. B3. Control. Press control in the keyboard. What is the second the value that is considered to be cost?
Crew rate A.
Say the cell name.
B7.
B7 and what?
B8.
B8. Remember that I'm still holding on control in my keyboard, okay? What else?
And B9.
And B9.
B9. Hold,
Scroll down.
scroll down. What else?
B7.
B17,
B19.
B19,
B20.
B20. How many? 7 cells, right? 7. What should I do? Just open the list here of the numbers and change from general to currency. It will be like this. Why do you see these? Because the cell is not enough. Maybe you need to make it
We need to increase.
bigger. Make it bigger. Okay, and make this one smaller. Yes.
No, teacher, now the word island does not appear, it's not visible.
What is it?
The title, the word island does not appear. The word island.
What is the word in the title?
It's supposed to be cost of price approval for one island. For our
Oh.
island.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
how do I control this? Wait. Maybe just I need to scroll down. No. Make this one bigger. Yes, make this one bigger.
Please.
And now it's fine. And because I want this to be the same like the one in the sheet, right? In the exam paper. Did I manage to do this successfully for all? Yes. I think until steps 13 is enough for today. And tomorrow, inshallah, we'll be doing steps, print out steps and more other steps. And we have extra features that will be explained tomorrow because we have the functions sum if, count if, and average if. Please join me tomorrow because it's very important. We have these 3 functions that come in some of the past papers, but they are essential functions in Microsoft Excel. Do you have any question for today's session? So what I'm expecting from you today to go and download from the website Winter 21 paper number 3. Okay. At least
Yes.
apply until the step number that we reach here, step number 13 at least. Okay, if you can continue and come prepared tomorrow, we will be discussing more ideas, and tomorrow inshallah we will also revert back to our IGCSE syllabus PDF file. Do you still remember that? We have 4 sections. We want to make sure that each element in the syllabus has been covered in our extra classes session, so that I will just put responsibility from my shoulder to your shoulder so you can start practicing this part of the exam paper. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a good weekend. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Don't say Jum'ah Barakah, please.
Teacher, I have a question for the test on Thursday. Is it going to be like a mix of the chapters, 3 and 4, 5, and 6?
Yeah, according to the plan that is shared with you, I decided it to be 3 and 4, right?
Yeah.
3 and 4, yes. Just focus on 3 and 4.
Okay, so 5 and 6 will be just for later.
Yeah, 5 and 6 will be the next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank you.